Hello, hello. On February 9th, Alpha's lead XLE falls back from 60% yesterday to 54. Let's look at that chart. There it is, 54% at 332 for the holding of the profit. And there's a LXC. We are looking. It didn't break its third ratio, so we are still holding our line on our exit down here on the 1-to-1 ratio. We get above that 3, we'll be looking for the dipper down and higher low, lower low, higher low, and that will become our stop. But first, it's got to get there. That said, go on to American Express. And here at American Express, right there. Okay. And it also is short of its third ratio, so we'll be still holding here at the bottom red line. And where's our text is way over here. Let's bring our text into play here. Okay. A little quick review on the text. I haven't done it for a while. Name of the account, the instrument that's in question, and the O of the amount of 1879 for here in American Express. And we set this trade up on 128. The stochastics, it's a stochastic strategy. That is, the stochastics rises along with the RSI in support with the MACD histogram going from red to green. Then we look for the high of the candle or the body of the candle, whichever will fall into the ratio of trying to get the third ratio within past price action. And that's important because of the fact is that price has been there before, therefore price is not afraid of going to where it's been before, and it's a matter of breakthrough. And that's how stocks and price go up. They break their all-time high to create another all-time high. Now, has American Express ever been higher than 128? I don't know, maybe, but right now we only got to work with today to work for tomorrow. All right. So that said, there is American Express at 37%, and that takes us now to Richard Harsha. Hey, look at this. Mr. Buffett is moving up in the field. He was down the seller at the beginning of their trade point. That's nice, quite nice. And they reached their third ratio. Oh, yeah, cool. They have now earned their third ratio. So I will then put a line here to remind me that as soon as we get this pattern, we'll be going to last bar low. No, not last bar. We'll be going to the dipper low for the out. So kind of cool. The third ratio, also to notice that the third ratio has a relationship to the 30 ROI. You notice that when we're getting close to those third ratios, we're crossing the 30 ROI, which is what we were doing in the last 6 months of 2020 with the price channel and the 30-day moving average strategies that got tested out and failed to make their money for the end of the year. All right. Here we are now. Alphas are at 49.33. They took a $200 dip. They were 51.30 yesterday, and and their benchmark is 55.33. So we are still $600 out of that, and we are on a new Elvis shift. We just completed the first week, and now we're into the second week. Going on now is Nike at 30. And Nike was our leader a few days ago, but now it's fallen back. Let's see what they're doing. And now, okay, here we go. Let's pay attention here. It crossed this third ratio. Let me pause for a minute. Apologize. Thank you. It crossed it closed above the third ratio. That's what we're looking for. Now, our next situation is we're going to be looking for is this. We're looking for this dip title. We have the dip. We now see where's it going to stop and then retreat back up again to then put a stop for Nike. And Nike is at $100 in the good against 1821. So it's going to be a little bit of a long walk. That's it. Going on now to Bank of America. Bank of America is here, and it did not close this third ratio. It does have a nice stop action here. Doji, we'll see. The parameters down below are a little mixed. RSI is dropping, but stochastics and MACD are rising. That then takes us to TJ Maxx. And TJ Maxx is, let me zoom in a little closer because it gets a little crowded there. And So let me stretch it out to see where we're at. Okay, we haven't crossed our third ratio yet. We have a stop. Our initial stop is still down here. When it crosses that third ratio, we'll be looking again for that same pattern, which will be very much, this is the pattern we're looking for: higher low, lower low, higher low. So over here we're going to be looking for a higher low, lower low, higher low, and the lower low becomes the stop once we are able to cross the third ratio. If not, we'll take a loss of a 1-to-1, which happened here on PGR, which we're going to close up very soon. In fact, that is PGR's turn. Yes, PGR got stopped out today. And the loss was, let me zoom in, and here is the stats. So it came down and got taken out on its first ratio right there. We'll be waiting to see when the parameters down below match up again for another opportunity to make another run at PGR. PGR lost $52 with 2 contracts with $104, $2 in fees, and $106 for the loss with a 1508 carry, coming with a new O of 1618. All right, with that said, let's go down to our last closing minutes. Let's go over to the binary options. Okay, here's our binary options field, and I'll notice the number here. This is a demo account right there. Look, today I was in the demo account. I was here for about 5-6 hours, and the reason was I was testing out a strategy, and the strategy was the dipper. Yeah, the same dipper that you're going to be using to get out of the 3-to-1 ratio is a day trader's one of day traders tools. Buy the dip. So here you're seeing this in action. This is the Euro USD at 1 minute time frame. 1 minute. Every candle one here is 1 minute. Let's go ahead and zoom in here, and let me show you the strategy that I played out today. And that is this: we have a low here, and again I'm going to zoom out, and I am going to stretch it out so you can see it clearly on your side of the world. And there's the last high right there. There's the last high. And the last high is here, and it just got broken. Now, what's our trade plan? Our trade plan is buying the dip or buying the hipper. The hipper is the reverse of the dip. On the dip, you're buying the call going up. So what I do here is I color code my lower one to green. Why? Because when price comes down here and it does this, I'm looking for this candle for the call. On the high side, I format and go to red and make it a little thicker so I can see it easier. And there it is. Now we just got that high. We're going to do a trade here, guys. There is $10 on the line, and nope, broke. You see that? It broke. So that means that this high is no longer valid. And we go here and we stretch this down a little bit so we can see the action go in the up direction. And we're waiting for is if this happen. We're waiting for the high to happen. We're waiting for the second candle, which will then confirm this is a hipper, and then we'll go to the direction of the trade. So this is going in the down direction. We would go and put a put right here and had won that put at that point. So right now, providing that we can get this done in the next few seconds, because there is a time limit here that I stick to. I don't want to keep you guys here all night. But the objective is that we were going to come up. You know, let's do this. Let me pause the video, and when it comes into play, I'll bring the video back and then see if we can see the action in play. Okay, so let's hold on and do a pause right here. Okay, here's what's happened. We got our high point. We have a hammer, and I'm going to now take the trade, and the trade is going to be right here, and it's going to be we're going to go for a put. So the put just went in, and the line is right there on that put. Here's our information, our time. Let me see if I can bring this down a little lower. Yes, I can. And I'm now looking at getting out at 1926. At 1926, if this is below this line, I clicked it in somewhere in this zone here. It says I got in at 179. 179, yeah, right, 179. So you're going to watch what happens. I just did a put because it's a hipper. This is a day trade pattern that's actually done in day trading. So let's go ahead and now we did it. We just won $6.50 profit, $6.40 profit. Well, actually says $16.50 here minus $10. That's $6.50. Yes, you just saw what binary options is about. Okay, with that said, we're going to close off tonight's video, and thank you very much for stopping by and checking it out.